Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. On each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we are taking a look at a Star Wars spin-off as we take a look at Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering Rogue One. This movie was released on December 10th, 2016, and it was directed by Gareth Edwards. It was written by Chris Weitz and Tony Gilroy. The production company was Lucasfilms Limited, and it was distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. The budget for this movie was $265 million, with the box office return of $1.058 billion. So a huge success for Walt Disney. So in terms of the production, Rogue One is the first film in a series of Star Wars anthology series which focuses on spin-off stories not related to the main timeline. John Kroll, who was a visual effects supervisor on the Star Wars prequel films, pitched the idea for an unproduced series called Star Wars Underworld, and one of the first episodes would have been the Rogue One story. Once Disney acquired Lucasfilms, however, Kroll felt that he had to pitch the project again to Disney executives to make sure it got through. In May of 2014, the project was announced with director Gareth Edwards and screenwriter Gary Whitta. In January of 2015, however, it was announced that Gary Whitta would no longer be with the project and Chris Weitz would take over. In terms of the filming, the film was shot in Pinewood Studios in the United Kingdom, along with filming locations including in Iceland, Jordan, and London. And on February 11, 2016, it was announced that the film was complete. However, several weeks later, there was a series of reshoots beginning in June of 2016, and Tony Gilroy was hired to direct the reshoots. Industrial Light and Magic created all of the digital effects, including inserting Peter Cushing's likeness over the body of actor Guy Henry, and the same was done for the likeness of Carrie Fisher over the actress Ingvild Delia. The film was finally complete on November 28, 2016, and Alexander Desplat was hired to complete the score. However, he only had 4.5 weeks to compose the original score. A soundtrack was released on the day of the premiere, December 16, 2016. In terms of the cast, we have Felicity Jones, who plays Yin Erso, Diego Luna, who plays Cassian Andor, Ben Mendelsohn, who plays Orson Krennic, Donnie Yen, who plays Chirrut Imwe, and Mads Mikkelsen, who plays Galen Erso. In terms of the plot, all looks lost for the rebellion against the Empire as they learn of the existence of the new superweapon, the Death Star. Once a possible weakness in its construction is uncovered, the Rebel Alliance must now set on a desperation mission to steal the plans for the Death Star. The future of the galaxy now rests upon its success. So this one had a huge marketing campaign as well, because this was kind of the first non-linear Star Wars film that Disney was releasing. So the marketing was initially delayed because of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation in July of 2015. Because of the titles of the movies were so similar, and both Disney and Paramount reached an agreement to separate their marketing campaigns to avoid confusion. So the first teaser trailer was released on April 7th of 2016 with a positive reaction from critics and fans. The film was heavily promoted during the Star Wars Celebration Europe 3 event, where a new poster was unveiled along with a second teaser trailer. The actual trailer was released on October of 2016 and created a huge buzz with Star Wars fans. There were 2 prequel novels to help get the fans excited, and these include Catalyst, a Rogue One novel written by James Luceno, which was released on November 15th, 2016, and this novel is set years before Rogue One. An official novel was written by Alexander Freed and was released on December 16, 2016, and this follows the events of the movie. After the film was released, 2 more novels were released, Star Wars Rebel Rising and Star Wars Guardians of the Whills, and both of these novels give backstories to the characters of Rogue One. Marvel Comics also adapted the story into a 6-part miniseries with a complete collection released on December 12th, 2017. And IDW Publishing also released a graphic novel of a version of the film. In the world of video games, a downloadable expansion pack of Star Wars Battlefront titled Road One Scarif, and this added content added the characters and events of the film. A free virtual reality mission for the PlayStation 4 was also released alongside this expansion. As well as these characters continue to live on as they were included in mobile games for Star Wars Force Arena, Star Wars Commander, and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This film did very well, so it was nominated for Academy Awards for both sound mixing and visual effects. And then finally, on November 18th, 2018, it was announced that a live-action prequel series would be premiering on the unnamed Disney streaming service. This would, of course, be called Andor, and it was released on September 21st, 2022. So in terms of recommending this movie, I think this is a great way to expand the Star Wars universe. I like the way that it intertwines episode 3 and episode 4 and kind of bridges the gap between the two. The movie has great characters, including Jyn and Cassian. I love the performance of Felicity Jones. Does an amazing job. Definitely worth watching it just for her. And I really like the ending as it matches up seamlessly with episode 4. So overall, I would definitely recommend this. Not only is it a film that stands out on its own, but it also continues, like I said, it continues that gap within the story, kind of making it, expanding the universe that we already know. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. As we look forward to our next episode, we are going to be exploring a biopic as we take a look at the true life story of Battle of the Sexes, starring Steve Carell and Emma Stone. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.